Welcome, everyone. I decided to choose my topic on ethics for this project. More importantly, sales, ethics involving and sales in the business world. Um, I looked up the word ethics in the business dictionary, and it came up with this: the basic concepts and fundamental principles of decent human conduct. It includes study of universal values such as the essential equality of all men and women, human or natural rights, obedience to the law of land, concern for health and safety, and increasingly also for the natural environment. Ethics is an important aspect in many areas of life, one of those being the business world. Ethics is especially important in personal selling because of the enormous responsibility of the salesperson to the selling and buying organizations. For salespeople, a lot of the work they do goes without supervision. Many of the things they do and get done are not noticed by management. For a lot of salespeople and business professionals, ethics isn't really a pressing issue unless they happen to face a threatening conflict. In a journal article that I found titled Business and Marketing Ethics as Professional Ethics, it explains one could understand professional ethics primarily as a discipline that helps to analyze, handle, and prevent conflict in professional contexts by addressing or introducing a moral dimension. If sales professionals don't recognize any moral issues, then why worry? In the Journal of Business Ethics, it goes on to state, several studies have examined the ethics of salespeople. One study found that salespeople encounter ethical dilemmas when they try to achieve both short-term sales objectives and long-term customer satisfaction. Because that is a very important issue, satisfying the customers and gaining the trust with your customers. The results of the study displayed that even a situation like allowing personality differences in the buyers to impact the delivery as well as the price of a product created an ethical issue. Rightly so, the salespeople expressed that they would like more guidance from their management to go about the ethical issues. There's no single code of conduct for sales reps. So, obviously you can tell why they would want guidance from their management. Personality differences can play a role in ethical behavior. As was stated before, organizational structure can be a factor as well. Both personality traits and the organization's environment and/or structure affect the salesperson's own cognitive domain during their ethical decision making. One major aspect of an organizational structure is the control system. Through the behavior-based control system, managers are able to bring ethical strategies to their salespeople's attention. Thus, management can influence salespeople in a behavior-based control system to choose and interiorize behaviors which are both ethical and profitable in terms of sales goals. Salespeople are referred to as boundary role performers because they occupy boundary-spanning positions amongst their customers and employers. I touched on it a little earlier, but salespeople tend to have little or no regular socialization between employees or their management. As an outcome, it often produces role stress within their job, which increases their perception of ethical dilemmas and the likelihood that they may perform in an unethical manner. The article Corporate Codes of Ethics and Salesforce Behavior goes on to say that having ethical conflict within a role can lead to negative effects on the overall performance of the industrial salespeople. Now we'll get into some of the results of that ethical behavior. Since salespeople carry out their work in the conditions they do, it can be very difficult when it comes to an ethical dilemma. According to the article Corporate Codes of Ethics and Salesforce Behavior, it says that if salespeople are not able to resolve their ethical issues and be able to conduct themselves in an ethical manner, it can result in many things. Many of those things being increased job-related tension, frustration, as well as anxiety. And those effects can result in overall decreasing job performance as well as increasing turnover. With all the consequences that stem from ethical conflicts, it is not surprising that salespeople want more direction when it comes to ethical situations. That is all from me on the topic of ethics. Um, Thank you very much.